What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Today they released the patch notes for Season 13, so I figured I'd kind of just go over them and give my thoughts as I went. This trailer, by the way, is pretty cool. If you haven't seen it, go ahead and take a look. So they start off by going over Newcastle. They give a little background on him, and then they go over his abilities. You guys have probably already seen his abilities because there's tons of leaks that have been released, but he can drag allies and revive them while protecting them with the revive shield. He's going to be able to throw a controllable drone, so it's gonna make a energy shield that you can move. His ult is like a wall that he can place down, but he leaps over to a target area. So they're coming in with the monstrous map update. Basically, we saw in the trailer this giant monster came to attack Storm Point. The legends worked together to kill it, so now its body is being used as a POI. That's pretty cool. You're gonna be able to go in there and grab some loot. The map rotation for Season 13 is going to be Storm Point, Olympus, and World's Edge, so that's pretty sweet, but they're also removing the 2-hour rotation block. I actually really didn't like that 2-hour rotation because sometimes it would take 4 hours before you could play on the map that you actually wanted to play on. Ranked Reloaded, I kind of went over that in a video, but basically they're changing some things in ranked to try to make it revolve more around team play, and they want people to go for the win more than just going for kills. We got a bunch of balance updates. Fortified legends no longer reduce headshot damage. The crafting rotation is getting changed. There's new gold weapons, the EVA 8, bow, flatline, P20, and Spitfire. Helmets are getting a buff. They're actually going to reduce headshot damage more than what they previously did. Scraper headshot multiplier is down from 3.0 to 2.0, and then the damage reduced from 145 to 140, so I think people might even be able to survive a headshot if they have like red armor and a purple helmet. You might be able to. We'll see how that works out. Rampage, L-Star, Devotion, they're all getting a slight nerf. I think that the devs kind of realized that LMGs have been kind of overpowered. Well, at least that's in my opinion. They just seem like assault rifles with really huge mag. They increased the reload time on the Rampage, and they slightly increased the handling time. Kind of the same thing for the L-Star, increased handling time. The overheat cool-off time was increased, so that's basically like reloading. And then the headshot multiplier and distance was reduced. Devotion had all kinds of things done to it. The most noticeable thing is the damage reduction from 16 to 15, and then headshot damage reduction. Havoc is getting an improved recoil at the start of the pattern, so that's going to be pretty sweet to see. I think the Havoc is already really strong how it is. Dual shells getting removed, Mozambique and Peacekeeper getting the limb damage increased, so if you shoot someone in the leg, it's going to do the same amount of damage as it would to the body. Getting new crate weapons, or well, a new crate weapon. The Mastiff is going into the crate and the Spitfire is back on the floor. Like what I was saying earlier, the LMG's got a slight nerf, Spitfire also got a slight nerf. Damage decrease, mag size decrease, crouched hip fire spread, no barrel stabilizer allowed, less headshot damage. So for the Mastiff, since it's going into the care package, it's getting a little buff. They're tightening the blast pattern. The ammo capacity is being reduced though, and you're gonna have 28 shots. You're gonna have 4 bullets in the Mastiff mag, but 28 shells that you can reload through. I believe it shoots 8 pellets, so it's probably gonna do like 112 damage or something like that. The pellet size was increased, so we're getting tightened blast pattern and increased pellets, so it should be much easier to hit your shots. The fire rate is also being increased. Also, cells and syringes have a lower spawn rate, so maybe medkits and batteries are going to spawn more often, and then we won't have to craft them as often. That would be really nice, because when the purple backpack is in the crafter and you have to spend 75 points on that and then 30 points on the purple helmet, it doesn't really leave you much room to craft batteries. Then we've got some changes to Rampart and Valkyrie. The Sheila spin-up time is decreased from 1.75 seconds to 1.25, so it's going to spin up faster. The amped cover is going to have more health, and it's also going to deploy faster. And Valkyrie, she's no longer going to be able to freely spin while launching. And also, they're changing how the out-of-bounds stuff works. So if you try to land out of bounds above a team, like in ranked Valkyrie or in tournaments, Valkyries have been ulting a lot, landing out of bounds above teams and then falling down on them to kind of take their spot or their position. You aren't going to be able to use your legend abilities out of bounds, no weapons or survival items or grenades, no healing items, and no passives. So that's going to be a huge change to tournaments and how people use Valkyrie. And then on World's Edge, they have a couple changes to Lava Siphon. That was the new POI that took over Sorting Factory. Given the Gondola loot a tweak, you aren't going to be able to find high tier items in them as often. They're just adding some cover and they're adding some more windows into the control tower. I'm just going to kind of scroll through these arena pricing changes because I feel like arena is not very popular at all. So I'm not sure who would be interested in these, but they did change a lot of pricing for weapons in arena. Good or bad, I'm not sure. I haven't really gotten into arena as much. Here's a list of all the bug fixes. First one is something people were asking for a lot at the start of season 12, the Bangalore smoke. There's been people that have been exploiting the way that the Bangalore smoke works. So if you shoot a smoke and stand inside of it halfway through, you can see enemies, but they can't see you yet, and you would also get aim assist on the targets that were outside of the smoke, whereas if they're aiming at you in the smoke, they would not get aim assist. Fixed a Valkyrie bug with jump towers, fix for the Volt, which is pretty nice, but I wish it was on the ground. That was one of my favorite weapons. And they got all kinds of other things in here, so if you guys would like to read through them, you can. Just a bunch of random things that maybe you didn't notice before, but they were there. Personally, I'm pretty excited for Season 13. I think they're bringing a lot of good changes, and I'm gonna have a lot of fun just with World's Edge back in the split. That'll be awesome. So I'm just gonna play the rest of this video for you guys. It was a nice game I got on stream yesterday. It's a 4K damage game with Bloodhound. I hope you guys have a good day, and let me know what you think about these changes down in the comments. Damn, with the 37 months. Thank you. Go! Champs, baby!
You are the Apex Champions.
$4K damage, 18 kills. We fucking did it. Nice. In and around my heirloom the whole time, too. Yeah, my poor Pathfinder.